Hello and welcome to the show today. My guest is a maker of a very original Halo machinima. Let's go to a clip now to see what it is.
You're gonna pay for that!
Is that so? Perhaps you'd like to end up the same way as your cocky little friend here.
I wouldn't say that I'm cocky.
What? How is this possible?
Now, like I was saying earlier, you can't stop all of us.
Of course I can. You're the only one out here.
True. I am the only one out here. Like we were saying, you can't overpower all of us, Timmy.
My name's not Timmy!
Don't you just love it, folks? Ladies and gentlemen, Tyler. Thank you for coming onto the show.
Thanks for having me. My pleasure.
Now, first things first, what got you into machinima?
Well, it was ever since Halo came out and first saw Red vs. Blue, I thought, hey, I bet I could do something like this. And but I wanted to make sure it was really original. I don't like taking ideas and reusing storylines. So I just thought, when I have the equipment and I'm able to do it myself, I'm going to come up with something really good. And it was after Halo 3 came out. It was the spring of 2008. I started really thinking like, okay, what can I do? Since Halo 3 has the theater mode, and I'm like, okay, this makes it a little bit easier to make a machinima. What can I do? And it just kind of all started right there. And I really got into it once Bungie released the Blackout map, which is the weather station where we filmed the episodes at. So it was, it was just I just wanted to be able to say I could make one. I didn't care if it became popular or not. I just wanted to be able to say I made one, I could do it, and then I could move on from there.
Now, the show itself, instead of being like the traditional sort of Halo machinimas where you got like Spartan armies fighting elites or people just generally shooting each other, yours took a completely different approach and had people in a weather station. I mean, where did that idea come from?
It was after finishing the campaign on Halo 3, I thought, okay, the war between the Covenant and the humans for now is over, and I thought, I just had the thought, okay, if you had this group of Spartans, still training, waiting to go into battle, if Master Chief wasn't one of the only ones left over, and you had all these extra soldiers and Spartans, what do they do when there's not these huge wars that they have to fight, and I just thought, okay, maybe they start going and looking for new jobs, and so when the Blackout map came out, and it had the detail that it was an actual weather station, I'm thinking, okay, what if these guys started working for some type of network, and they were actually weathermen, and they worked on this weather station, and it was kind of like a normal job, and they're not really fighting anybody. And so that's kind of where the show started. Was I just wanted these guys to find some new type of weird normal job, and we took it from there.
Now, Halo's got this theater mode and all these characters and stuff, but what's like the difficult part about making this sort of machinima?
I would say one of the most difficult parts is we have a bunch of people who do voices. I do a good number of the voices, but I have a few other people. But the hard part is I really make all the episodes myself. So it's very time consuming for me. So and a lot of people don't know that. And so I write them, and once we get all the dialogue recorded, then I actually puppeteer all the, do the head bobbing and controlling most of the characters. If there's a complex shot, sometimes I have somebody else help me, or I can do some type of split screen, like on our last episode, episode 9, where, spoiler alert if you haven't seen them, where there's a bunch of clones of Craig, and there's at least 3 on each shot. You see 3 talking at the same time, and there I filmed that myself, but instead of trying to control 3 controllers at once, I actually did kind of a split screen where I did one, controlled one, and then I controlled another, and I controlled a third shot, and then put them all together so it looks like one shot and it's all going at the same time. So probably the hardest part is doing the filming myself and all the acting with the characters.